Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Chessbots. Today, I am going to be playing the 1200 rated robot, Maria. Now, I've never played her on the Chessbots show live before, so today we are going to play against her and see how we can do. So let's go ahead and start the game. So, alright, e4, she does e5. And now let's play just knight f3, basic opening. Okay, she moves her knight out. I'm going to bring my knight out to c3. And this knight comes here. So this is a 4 knights opening, very common chess opening. So let's bring our bishop out. This is the Italian variation now. What? This is a strange move. Isn't this just a free knight? Huh. Oh, okay, I'll take it. Oh, it was a trap. Wow. Okay, Kabibble kids. That was a really cool opening tactic. So, I'm just going to show this to you. So, knight comes in, seemingly taking my pawn for free. But then when I take back with my knight, the pawn advances and we're forking the 2 pieces, and we're gonna get one of those pieces back. So that's a really cool tactic that Maria just played on me. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of point that out so that you might be able to play it against a Kabibble kid too, or me, because I fell for it. Okay, so let's just go back. There's not really any way of getting out of losing material now and being in equal trade. I'm not losing. I'm not down any material right now. I mean, she's just +1, but that's about it. So I'm completely fine in this position. That was just a cool opening trick that I did fall for. So, d3, let's just push this pawn, try to get, attack this one. Open up the queen. So that's something there. Let's see what she does. Okay, bishop out. So this is interesting. I'm not really sure what her idea is here, but let's bring our bishop out to e3. Okay. So if you can see this, she's basically pinning our knight to the king. So I kind of want to address this because it's not an ideal situation. Nobody wants their knight pinned to their king. So I'm going to push this pawn and get this bishop out of here. I don't like this bishop. I don't. So, okay. So it takes. All right, let's take back. Okay, so we're just trading pawns. I'm going to take with my queen. Let's see what she does. Okay, she's attacking another knight. I don't like that bishop either. Let's take her queen. Let's just do a trade. Okay, and now I should probably get castled. Let's see. All right, bishop goes back. That's good. We got her pieces retreating, which is kind of a weird move now that I think about it. I don't really know why she retreated. There wasn't really any immediate threats to her bishop, except maybe like pawn e3. Kind of a weird move. Maybe a little bit of a computer move just because it doesn't know what to do. Sometimes the robots will do that, and that's a sign that you might be winning. I'm going to bring my rook over and just go up here and pick off some pawns. There's a lot of tasty pawns that we can eat up there. So, let's see what she does. Okay, she pushes. Let's go eat those tasty pawns. Bishop comes out. Okay, interesting. And I'm going to eat another pawn. Okay, so it's probably about time she castles, protects some of her pawns, just get her king safe. I do approve of that move. Let's bring our rook over. Just trying to get it back down, doing some other things. Okay, so that pawn pushes, gets out of there. I can understand that. Of course, I wasn't threatening it immediately because it was protected by this knight. So wasn't much of a threat right now, but it could have been later. So let's bring our rook up, maybe put some pressure on this knight. I'm thinking about bringing this rook over, pinning this bishop to the rook, and notice that the bishop is the only thing protecting the knight. So once that bishop is out of there, I can supposedly take this knight for free. So that's kind of my plan with just bringing this rook back one square, which might look a little weird, but that's what I'm thinking. So let's just see. Okay, so she extra protects the pawn because now it has moved away from its knight's protection and it needs a rook to kind of back it up. So let's play that move I was thinking about, just bringing the rook over to d1. Of course, now it's not pinning it to the rook because there's no longer a rook up here, but it is attacking the bishop. And once that moves out of the way, I am taking this knight. So that's our plan. Let's see what she does. Okay, bishop e4, that makes sense. So she is attacking this pawn. Don't really like that. Okay, so let's do knight d2. Just attacking this bishop. Of course, she can take this pawn, but if she does that, we can follow through with our plan and take this knight. It's not really concerned. Okay, bishop goes back. Pawn c4, let's just attack it. Okay, she's doing weird stuff now. I mean, I guess why this is because she didn't have any safe squares to move to keep her bishop in this diagonal, which she obviously wants to do to, to keep protecting this knight. So now she has to weigh out the possibility of moving to a different diagonal and neglecting her knight, or holding on just a little bit longer and winning a pawn in the process and making a little hole in front of my king, which I don't really like positional wise. So I can understand that, but I'm just going to take it. It's a free bishop. But now the knight can move out of the way. She did win a pawn, so I'm only +3. So I think that was a smart move by Maria, even though at first it looks nuts just taking a piece that's unprotected. Okay, I'm going to take this. Okay, she takes back. Knight comes out just to e4, just getting a knight in the center. And a little fun fact about knights in the center is that they can control 8 squares. Did you know that? A knight in the center can control 8 squares. It looks like an octopus, doesn't it? Yeah. Some people call it an octo knight. Look at all these squares a knight in the center controls. This is why you want to have your knights in the center. This is a very ideal position for your knights. So if you can get them on a center square, that's ideal. If you can protect them with some pawns or some pieces, that's even more ideal. If you can get it in a spot where it's on an outpost, meaning that it can't be attacked by any pawns, that's even more ideal. This is obviously not an outpost right now because it can be protected by this pawn here. So, or attacked, sorry. So, okay, king h7, kind of weird. We're probably pretty winning right now because she is just kind of making some really weird random moves. So let's take this pawn in the center. So we're protecting our knight. We got a rook in the center too on an open file. We got tons of pieces out in the center of the board ready to fight. So this is a really good position for us, and we're currently +4. So that's even better. Get out of here. Okay. So she's just pushing random pawns. Kind of the only thing she can do at this point, except move her rooks back and forth in places, but they're all kind of protecting things. Except for this one, she can maybe get this a little more active, bring it down here, or maybe here. Let's see if she does anything with that. But let's move our rook over here to d6. Okay, so rook a7, just kind of moving back and forth with that, maybe trying to protect this row of pawns a little bit more, because if you saw it, yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going straight to this back rank of pawns and trying to nibble on all of those. So she's just extra protecting that. Makes sense. Let's go to the back rank, try to attack this rook a little bit. Okay, she moves over to the king's protection. Let's just take that. Okay. Let's check her. Okay, so she moves back. Let's bring it back. Let's keep attacking this pawn. So now this rook, yeah, it has two jobs, and it's a little bit of what we would call an overworked piece. It's busy protecting this pawn, it's busy protecting this row of pawns, and if something comes by and protects or attacks that rook, maybe somehow I can dance my knight in there, attack this rook. This rook have to neglect one of the things that it's protecting. It's an overworked piece. It doesn't want to move away from both places it's protecting pieces. So let's go. Okay, so it's just preventing that going to the back rank. Of course, it did let go of the protection of these pawns, but we're not going to do anything with that right away. We are going to push our pawns and try to get a queen, because that's what we want. In order to win this endgame, we want a queen. So, because it's not that big of an advantage, let me tell you, it's not that much big of an advantage. I don't know why I can't see that. It's not that big of an advantage for us. There you go. To have an extra knight. It's still a little bit of a tricky endgame to win. We have a rook versus a rook and a knight. Sure, we have better position. Our pieces are in the center. Her pawns are still kind of on the back rank, not really doing a whole lot. We have this pawn, these pawns ready to charge up. So we do have an advantage in this position, but it's not that extreme until we try to go get a queen. But first, let's attack this rook. Okay, rook comes over. Let's push. Okay, she's just pushing pawns. It's the only thing she really can do, because this rook is stuck pinning our knight to the rook, which it obviously wants to keep its job doing. Okay, let's push though and get that thing out of here. So it moves. Let's bring this back. Okay, we're just kind of dancing around right now. Probably unnecessary. Let's just queen. You know what? Let's just get this rook off the board just like that. Now we have a big advantage, and we can run with this pawn who was always behind the other c pawn, just waiting to promote to the final queen. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, let's just push. Let's keep pushing. Okay, she's walking up with her king. Doesn't really have anything else to do. Maria is pretty losing in this position, so this is the best I could do in this position. Yeah. Let's push this pawn. Push. Okay, she's doing stuff over there. Let's push. It's 6. All right, let's get this knight out of our way. 7. Let's promote. And I think this is about over. Let's just see how far we can get with this. Okay, she's pushing. Let's bring our rook up here, attack this pawn, and get in, do this, run around, nibble up all these pawns. Isn't that kind of a crazy plan? Just eat all these pawns with one rook. Be a lot easier to do with a dark squared bishop, which our queen might be able to take the place of in this position. Okay, she's pushing, checking me with pawns. Kind of weird. Okay, let's bring our queen over. Let's just kind of force her into this corner. Okay, let's get our rook in here, and it's mate in 1. Can anybody see it? Does anybody see the mate? Yes, you're right. Queen g6 checkmate. I'm sure you found that. So the king is now trapped. It has nowhere to go. Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. You can't jump on your own pawn. So that is mate. Now, I forgot to mention this, but this is one of the best parts of the Chessbot show. We always analyze the games through the game review after the game. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so welcome to the game review. This is one of the best features here, I think. It's pretty cool, and they recently updated it too, so it's even better now. They also updated the name. It used to be called a game report, so if you're familiar with that term, this is pretty much the same exact thing, just the new and improved desktop version. So let's take a look. Here is our game review. We played at 86.7% accuracy, which is pretty good. She played at 76.8%, so that's not so good. Basically, the accuracy score is the overall goodness of your moves compared to the best computer moves, how accurate and how close you played to the top computer moves. That's basically what that means. And our little coach guy here says, giveaway, nice comeback win. So okay, it says that I was losing at some point. I guess this was the point. I made a couple mistakes, it shows here. And at some point, I was minus 440. That's really surprising. I didn't think I was that losing. I really didn't. But hey, maybe because I didn't know that, I was able to come back and win it. So who knows? Nice comeback win. Wouldn't have guessed that. So here is all the different types of moves that we can make. I'll enlarge this so you can see it just a little bit better because I know my screen is a little tiny. So these are the different types of moves and how many of each of them we made. So 0 brilliant moves, as always. I never get any of those. Okay, I played 1 great move to her 3. Okay, not very good there. She did outdo me there, but I can make up for it with my 23 best moves to her 14. So that's pretty good. 23 might be a bit of a record for me, actually. Okay, 7 excellent moves to her 9. Okay, I played 8 good moves to her 6, moving right along. 5 book moves to her 4, so basically a book move, well, a conventional opening move, just a regular opening move that everybody plays. It doesn't really have a type of move or a category because it's just part of the openings that everybody plays like thousands and thousands of times. So that's a book move. Okay, 2 accuracies to her 4. Inaccuracies. Okay, 2 inaccuracies to her 4. It's been a long stream. 3 mistakes to her 3, so we are tied there. 0 blunders, though, which is a very bad move that could lose material or end the game. 0 for me, 2 for her. So, okay, I was better there. And we both didn't have any missed wins. A move that was missed would have won material or the game. So, let's scroll down and say start review. And I'll bring my screen back to the regular size so that you can see the board. So, this is the first move they want to review, the 4 Knights game Italian variation. You should end up with winning material after the right captures, this guy says, our little coach. I don't really know who he is. But it says, this is the 4 Knights game opening. You've played this opening 11 times with a 45% win rate. So that is a cool feature right there. It tells you how many times you played this opening, both white and black, and you had a 45% win rate, 5 won, 6 lost. Okay, that's a cool feature. So let's go to the next key move. But knight c3 was a mistake. This loses a piece. So let's retry it. Now, this is also the moment I told you about earlier in the game where she played this tricky little trap or tactic that you actually think she's giving up a free knight. But after she does, she's forking the bishop and the knight. Now, I thought there was no way out of this, and I did play just knight back to c3, but let's retry this and see. Okay, I'm going to do something kind of silly looking, maybe. I'm going to bring this back. That was actually the best move. This is a good time to get out of trouble, it says. Okay, I can see why this is. And this is really helpful for me because let me tell you, I faced this opening trap about 2 times the other night. So this is really helpful for me to know the best response when I get caught in this tactic. Okay, this will be really helpful for me and maybe some of the Kaboobie kids out there that are watching this. I don't know if any of you have experienced this, but let me explain to you why this is the best move and not the one I played, Knight C3, which is less good. Okay, Knight C3, let's take a look at that. That just loses a piece for free. Okay, you're just taking the bishop for free. Entire piece down, you don't get anything back. Okay, so that's the disadvantage of Knight C3 and any other move, except Bishop D3, which, after, I'm sure you can see this, after the pawn takes the knight, we get the pawn back with the bishop, and we're also attacking this. So it's a better position for us, and plus we get one of those points back in the form of a pawn, so it's better than just losing a whole piece. It's kind of a trade. Still not a good trade, but it's better than nothing. So that's the reason why Bishop D3 is the best move. Just remember that. If you face this fork, trick, trap, tactic, whatever you want to call it, in the opening that Maria played against me, play this Bishop D3 move. I definitely know this will be helpful for me because I face this a lot and I never know how to respond to it. So there, the game review just helped me out. Pretty good. So just remember, Bishop D3 is best after you get this fork thing. Okay, right? Okay, next key moment. A3. A3 is a mistake. You overlooked a better way to threaten winning material. Okay, this is weird. Let's retry it. Threaten winning material, huh? I don't know. This? No, probably not. Thinking. It's never a good thing. Okay, yeah, that's also a mistake, so let's retry. Hint. Wow, this pawn, huh? Wow, that's weird. Okay, let's push it. Now you are threatening to win material. Interesting. So I'm threatening this pawn. I thought that this was threatening to win material, but maybe I'm threatening this pawn. I can push it. I can attack this knight. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Wouldn't have thought that that was the best move there, but hey, whatever. My natural instinct was just to chase this bishop away after it came and pin this knight to the king. I just wanted that thing out of there, but apparently that was not the best move. So let's go to the next key moment. Okay, Queen x d8 is a mistake. You overlooked a better way to threaten winning material. Same thing. Okay, let's check it out. Now I could have played this earlier. Let's see what it thinks of that. Probably not good. Okay, yeah, not good. Let's see. Hold on, bishop here now. No, probably not good either. I don't really know. Comment below if you think you might know the answer to this and what this could be, because I don't see it. It's not this stupid move, right? I'm just playing ridiculous things right now. Okay. Hint. Queen. Okay, it's something with the queen. That was kind of helpful. Maybe go here. Oh, queen in the center is best. Okay, interesting. So we're threatening the bishop. We're not really threatening the knight right now, but it could be maybe later a threat after we come over here with our rook, come up here, eat this pawn, and this knight is no longer defended. Hope you followed along with that. Kind of fast. Okay, so I can see why that is. Okay, scrolling through the moves. Yeah, it doesn't need to go all of them. C4 is a great move. There was only one good move and you found it. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Let's do the summary. Okay. Queen G6, checkmate is best. Congrats on your win. Thank you, Coach Guy. Oh, wait. Oh, what? There's characters. Okay. Let's do the summary. Okay, great job on completing this game review. Based on this game, I have some training suggestions for you. Okay, insights, rook accuracy, and checkmate. So this is a cool feature. Also, another thing I love about the game review is this. Gives you these little tips and insights on a couple things. Lessons, rooks on 7th, mate in 2, mate in 3, right? Okay. Puzzles, rooks on 7, mate in 2, mate in 3. So it's the same for lessons and puzzles, but that is a really cool feature. You can go in there, really analyzes and looks for the lessons based on how you played your game. What could be more helpful than that? And this is the adjusted accuracy score after, well, if we would have played all these mistakes I made, the best computer moves, I would have had a 92.2% accuracy, which is really good, 5 plus 5.4 accuracy points, compared to my 86.7, so less good. Also, there's another cool feature, this analysis thing. So if you want to go through all the moves, see it before it skipped past some just to save time, but if you want to go through all the moves yourself, it can show you the best moves for both you and your opponent to learn from your opponent's mistakes too. So that's also cool if you just want to scroll through this entire thing. I'm not going to do it right now because it's a little time consuming, and it'll automatically give you these best move lines and stuff here. Let's go details. This is also cool. Not really that stuff at the top. It's a little boring, but here, performance by piece. I don't know if this helps anybody. I really don't, but it is a cool feature, cool looking. So, in this game, the number of moves that I played, bishop moves that I played were 3 to her 9. My accuracy of my 3 bishop moves were averaged out at 93.10. Her averaged out bishop accuracy bishop moves was 44.80%, so less good. And it gives you these stats for all the pieces, which is really cool, I think. Then it gives you the total moves in the middle game, how many of each type of mistake you made. I had 1 inaccuracy in the middle game to her 2, 1 mistake in the middle game to her 2, 0 blunders to her 2, and 0 missed wins for either of us. In the end game, total moves 43, inaccuracy 0 for each side, mistake 0 for each side, blunder for each side, no blunders for each side, and no missed wins either. So that's another cool stats. Let's look. And then here we have openings, just common openings. You can go through the lines, just kind of analyze that. I don't really know much about this feature myself, but I do like this too. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Chessbots.